welcome back to the channel. I'm Jade, if you haven't been here before, and today we're going to talk through my wish list for my wardrobe this autumn-winter period. So I've never filmed one of these videos before, so I've sat slightly to one side and then I can pop like a picture of the product I am talking about next to me, so you know. I have written a list on my iPad so that I can follow it through and not miss anything out. And I hope you enjoy looking at what I wish for. If you see anything similar to something you've been looking at, or you think you might know something I might like, please do comment it below, because yeah, I love getting to see other people's ideas and things, and sometimes you may just influence me to buy them. So disclaimer, the reason I'm doing this is because I cannot afford all of this in my wardrobe this winter. Also, I am moving to the United States. If you didn't know that, if you haven't watched my other videos, I will document that when it happens. But right now there's just nothing interesting to really talk about regarding it. But if you like moving vlogs and stuff, then maybe stick around and they will come in the future. But obviously, because I am moving, I don't want to stock up on too much stuff, especially stuff that maybe is even easier to buy in the US. So I'm trying mainly to stick to brands that are a little bit more unique here. But there is a mix. There's a lot of stuff that's easy to get in the US, but maybe they're the things that I'll end up holding out on and getting another time. But I just want to share with you everything that I do really want, even if I can't quite get it yet. Okay, so the first thing that I want to get, okay, this isn't just one item, is an array of items. I want to get higher quality knitwear in my wardrobe. I feel like I have so many cheap knits from places like Primark, etc., but sometimes they don't last super long. Sometimes they're okay, but sometimes they don't. And I just want stuff that I feel like is going to be better. I'm trying to move out of the polyester stuff in my wardrobe. If you've seen my recent videos, you'll know that. Polyester does make the body sweat. It's not a breathable material, and I just would like to get a few more things that aren't, even if that's going to cost me a little bit more, like things that if I take care of will last me a long time. So I want some like classic pieces that I'm not going to, you know, just want to wear for one season and get rid of. I want things that are going to last. I really want to make my wardrobe more sustainable. So as a result, I have been looking at cashmere jumpers, merino wool jumpers, materials like that, maybe even just 100% cotton. And I have been looking at many different brands, and I can't say like a specific one that I really want. But what I'm mainly looking for with sort of merino wool or cashmere is probably something like cream or brown, I think, would be what I'm aiming to get in my wardrobe first, because I do have a few black jumpers that I really like, and even though they're mainly cheaper, I do have that new merino wool one, and I just feel like I don't wear black as much, so I don't really feel like that's where my money would be best invested first. So I'm kind of looking for like a cream turtleneck or something like that I just think I would wear time and time again, because I do have some items like this. I have like a cream high neck that I often wear, but they are all like Primark, and I just really want to invest in pieces that I will wear all the time. But I have been looking at brands such as Lily Silk. They do some lovely cashmere stuff. I've seen a lot of people mention their cashmere. I do have some of their silk shirts, which I love, but I am a little bit torn in sizing with Lily Silk, which is why I haven't ordered, because I know their returns process isn't the easiest and you do have to pay for returns. So it's kind of put me off ordering from there, because I really think I am in between small and medium, looking at their size guide, and therefore I don't really know what I would order. I think it's small and medium in between, or is it medium and large? But regardless, I am between two sizes, and I'm just hesitant, but I'm still considering it. And M&S do some very similar ones, and I've seen some people say that M&S's cashmere is really good. Unfortunately, my local store does not have it in store. I did try and go and look at it in person, because for me, I find that a lot more useful, but they didn't. I did get a merino wool jumper from there not too long ago, which was actually super cheap and affordable, but it isn't the best, but it is a lot cheaper than the rest of their cashmere. And they also have like more premium merino wool blends and things like that, which are a lot more expensive on their website. So I suspect that these things will still be really good. So I kind of want to look at their stuff. So this is a more general thing, but basically a good quality knitwear. And if you have any recommendations for that, I would totally appreciate them. And keeping with the knitwear theme, this one is specific. I have been looking at the Cezanne Betty cardigan. So the Cezanne Betty is a merino wool cardigan. It does have quite a high price point for a cardigan. It is £130 it retails at. But I have heard amazing things about the quality. I have searched other YouTubers who love Cezanne and they all seem to love the Betty. My friend did order it and she wasn't sold on how it looked on her, but she said it felt good. And I just really want to try one. They are out of stock of the colour I want. I want to try the striped one because I feel like stripes never really go out of style. They're very in style this year. They're everywhere. Like H&M, I've seen them. There's some really nice ones in H&M actually if you want a more affordable thing, but obviously they will have polyester. But yeah, I just really love the idea of the merino wool cardigan, and it has these beautiful gold buttons. So yeah, I do really want this, but it is out of stock as I said. But they do other colours, so stripes not your thing, but you like the shape of the cardigan. They do a lot of different colours, and you know, if I was rich I'd probably try them all because they just seem like they'll be a really nice shape. But until I try them, I can't, you know, verify that. But I just feel like it seems really good and a lot of people seem to really recommend them. Okay, so sticking with Cezanne, the sort of third thing I really want in my wardrobe is a really good trench coat. So I have had my eye on the Cezanne Scott trench coat for a while. It has a slightly higher price point than some. It is £225, but what I really like about it is it hasn't got like polyester lining. So a lot of the brands I've looked at, even if they are a similar price point, often seem to put polyester as the lining, and I'm like, why? Like, why am I going to want to pay that much for something that is going to make me sweat and could be made so much easily, so much better, like Cezanne has done? So that's what makes the Cezanne one stick out for me. I may consider others, and if I see something else I really like, I will definitely consider it, because I do not have like a standard brown traditional looking trench coat. I have a lighter weight sort of beige one, which it doesn't look traditional at all, but it's still classed as a trench coat. And I do have a pink trench coat, which is super, super cute, but obviously it doesn't really go with everything. So it's not the most practical thing I own. So for me, having a really good trench coat just seems like a really worthwhile investment. I know it's something I will wear time and time again, and it will get a lot of use. So if I spend like a little bit more money on that, I wouldn't feel like I'm wasting my money. Okay, so the next thing that I really want is I really want some good boots. Now, I actually own quite a lot of boots, but so many of them hurt my feet. I do have bitch feet. I have mentioned this before. I just do. My feet rub in like everything, and trying to find things that are comfortable is just so difficult for me. So I really want to find these boots that I just love and adore. And one that I've had my eye on for a long time, but I keep debating whether it's worth it. Again, I can't just get to store and try them, and I think that's what puts me off, because I don't know if I'd want like the thinner version or, you know, whatever. But that is the Fairfax and Favour boots. It's specifically the Regina that I really have my eye on. They do a heeled version, which is absolutely stunning, but I think to be more practical and for something that I would wear like day in, day out, I think that the flat ones would be more worth my investment, mainly because I do have a weak ankle from where I injured it, and so I can't really walk around in heels too much, sadly. I think the heeled version is really beautiful though, and if you look at these and you really like them and you can walk in heels, I think they're stunning. So I totally say go get them. However, the Regina does have a very, very high price point, and they are £375. So I think they probably are the most expensive thing that's going to appear in this video. However, I have heard continuously good things about them. You can also buy like different tassels and slightly customize them, but that's why for me, because they're so expensive, I really would love to be able to try them on and see the colors in person. I know you can return and stuff, but I just find that such a faff. So I would really like to try them on, but I just don't live anywhere near one. So if I do want these, I'd have to commit to ordering them, and I am a little bit torn. Because they are so expensive, but I also feel like it's a brand that once I move will be hard to get hold of. So there's something I'm looking at. Maybe I'll find something similar. If you have any recommendations of anything similar that you know about, please let me know. But yeah, so they are sort of the boots that I really would love in my collection at least one day. Also boot wise, I really want some white knee-high boots, but I just can't really find anything that I feel really suits the style that I'm looking for. I have searched and searched. I searched last year as well, but I would like something with quite a low heel. I would quite like a little bit of a heel, but I'm talking just a few centimeters, not like 10 centimeter heels, which is like most of the things I'm coming across. That I also like the rest of the boot design. So I'm finding this really difficult, but something a bit like what I will show you on screen. But yeah, I still am yet to find the perfect one, but I thought I would share with you that that's what I really want because I've got really into knee-high boots lately. So another thing I am on the hunt for, and if you've watched my past videos, you will probably know this, I'm on the hunt for a black boucle jacket. It sounds like that should be such an easy thing to find, but I have not seen one where I think, wow, I love that, I want to spend the money on it. Like, everything I've seen, I'm like, oh, I don't really like the buttons, or I don't like the placement of them. And I feel like if I'm going to spend something that's like over £100, because most of these do run around that price point, I want to love it. You know, I don't want to buy one because I think, oh, it's quite nice, because I just won't wear it if that's the case. So I have found one at Abercrombie and Fitch, which I will display. They also do it in cream, and I kind of prefer the cream colour. And I wouldn't mind a plain cream one because I don't actually have like a plain cream boucle jacket. But I do really need a black one. Like, most of my boucle jackets are light colour, so I just want a black one because I feel like it's easy to throw with everything, but boucle just elevates an outfit that little bit. But the one thing I'm not sure about with the Abercrombie one is it looks very like more like teddy-like on the picture, and obviously because I can't just get there in person, again I'm having that debate of, is it worth it? And again, I know I can just like return things, but I just so much prefer shopping in person. I'm not gonna lie, I am that traditional person that likes to go in there and try everything on and see if it feels good and what size to get, because again, I change sizes so often. But this is what I've got my eye on, or something similar, and I really, really want to add one of those to my wardrobe this winter. And then another thing I really want to get, which is a bit more practical, is some actual decent tights. And everyone always talks about Calzedonia, so I really would like to order some tights from there and see how they are. I don't really know what sort of colours and stuff. I do want to go in store, and I think I will be able to get to Westfield next week, so I'm thinking of going in Calzedonia and actually just having a look in person, even if I don't pick anything specifically at the time, just to see what I think of it. If you have any recommendations on tight brands in general, please let me know. But yeah, I just want to invest in some good ones. I did get some expensive ones last year and they landed straight away, but I hadn't heard of the brand. They were just quite expensive. So yeah, I would like to find some good ones. Okay, and the last bits that I put on my list aren't as practical, and they're not as like autumn winter based, but they are things that I've been looking at for a while, and they're also things that I feel like, or at least one of the items, is something I feel like is very much on trend this autumn winter. So I keep getting adverts for a company called Charles & Keith. I need to do some research into them and look up like hauls and stuff on YouTube, which I haven't done yet because I don't really know anything about the brand, but they have some stunning looking items. So I have been looking at their sort of like ballet flats, and also they do some really nice like Mary Janes and some slingbacks. They do some nice slingbacks too. But I feel like, you know, obviously ballet pumps are really in this autumn. I don't know how practical they are for autumn, if I'm completely honest with you, but I do really like them. I used to live in them as a teenager, and I love that they're coming back, and I just love Charles & Keith's designs. So I don't know if you know much about the brand. If you do, maybe you recommend them, maybe you don't, so do let me know. But if you don't, maybe do research into them, because I promise you the stuff is stunning. I will like share a few of the ones I've been looking at as I'm talking, but yeah, I just think they have such nice looking items, and they're not like super expensive. They're definitely not like cheap high street price. They're kind of like higher end high street, I guess. So I want to say like an average their shoes gonna run at about £65, and they also do some stunning handbags. So if you are in need of a new bag, I have had my eye out for a white bag for a while, because I have one that's huge and I have one that's tiny, but I really want like a medium-sized like white bag. I have cream, but I really want a white bag. I've wanted one for so long, but I just can't find one. But they have some on their website that really caught my eye, so that's also something I'm considering, such as this one, which I will show you. Okay, and that is everything that I have compiled on my autumn winter list. I'm sure as I actually go out shopping this winter, I will end up buying other things or different things, but these are all things that I definitely do want in my wardrobe at some point or another. Like, as I said, I can't do it all this winter, but I just think these are things that would be really worth the investment and things that I would wear again and again and are kind of classic. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing this. If you have any recommendations from me, let me know, and I will see you again real soon. Bye!